I don't give a about you and your point of view or your stupid selfish attitude. 'Cause it seems to be that you never really gave a about me. Now I see.
Hello and welcome, guys, to my first Let's Play. My name is Darkyshor, and as I've said, this will be my first attempt to a Let's Play. And as you can see, I've chosen one of the best games ever made, or at least, in my opinion, it's one of the best games ever made. Before we get started, I'd like to thank some people. mynameisnotlilly in special for providing me with some help on how to get me started, how to record, and what software to use, and so on. Also, I'd like to thank the guys from Voltron Army forums for providing very easy to understand and nice tutorials which I used in order to make this possible. So let's get started. We have to select our own character first. Well, these predefined ones are pretty bad. None of them even remotely suits what I would like to create, so we'll make our own character. What I want to go for is like instant killing machine. For this, I'll need to create a sniper type of character. He will be basically a wimp when it comes to fighting in close quarters or melee weapons and so on and so forth, but will be very powerful with ranged weapons such as guns, sniper rifles, and so on. So let's talk about the stats. As you can see, we're working on the special system, so strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Special. What is so important about these stats? Well, each one of them greatly improves your character in one way or another. So if we want to make a character which will be very good at sniping, what we need is high critical chance and high agility. So we'll max this agility first. This will allow us to have more action points, which will allow us to basically move more on the battlefield and even shoot more, which is very handy for a sniper character. I won't max it. Why? I'll explain a little bit later when we choose our perks. But for now, let's increase our intelligence a little bit more. Intelligence basically handles all your skill points you gain for each level. So the more intelligence you have, the more skill points you will get each level to assign to these individual skills. Okay, let's talk about these traits, or perks as I like to call them. Most of them are very bad and crap, so I'll try to explain each one. So this one is basically useless. All it does is give you some radiation and poison resistance, and you can heal faster from them, but it's really no use since you can find all the items you need to survive any kind of poisoning or radiation. So it's basically useless. The Bruiser is another very useless perk. What it does, it gives you a lot of strength, but it lowers your action points, and you never want to have few action points. You want to have as many as you can. Small frame, on the other hand, we will be taking this. Why? Because this little trait here will increase our agility by 1 point, and now we're maxed, so we have 10 action points and armor class of 10, which is quite good in the early stages of the game. But what it does, it has a drawback, of course. It lowers our total carry weight, so we won't be able to carry as much. Well, because we're a little framed wimp, I guess. But we don't really care about this, since we're going for the sniper character. We'll only carry like a few guns, and our basic weapon will be the rifle, so we won't be needing very much space, only for ammo, for a few guns and some stim packs. So we won't be using any big weapons or stuff like that. Okay, the one-hander perk again is very useless for a sniper character, since basically it improves your ability to handle one-handed weapons such as pistols or SMGs, but the sniper rifle is two-handed weapon, so this will not help us at all. The other perk I'm gonna choose is finesse. Why am I gonna choose this? Well, because it lowers our total damage, which is a downside, but in the same time it will increase our critical chance by a whole hell of a lot. So by choosing this, we get 10% of critical chance, which is basically equal to 10 points of luck, which is quite high in this game. Basically, I'll one-shot kill enemies very easily with this, especially later in the game where I get some special abilities. Kamikazes, again, very useless trait or perk, because we don't want to lower our armor class. We want to be a little bit sturdy, because we will be anyway very weak because of our sniper build, so we'll avoid this. Heavy-handed is again useless because it's based for melee characters. Fast shot, on the other hand, could be useful because basically it reduces all weapon usage by 1 action point, which makes it quite nice. But again, I believe that small frame and finesse work very well together, so I'll go with them. Bloody Mess is just for visual effects, like everything you kill will die in the most violent way possible, but these effects occur regardless if you choose this or not in the game, so by not choosing it, basically it's like a reward for killing enemies rather than having it all the time. It gets old after a while anyway. Jinxed is very useless again. It will basically it will destroy you. Your guns will explode in your face, you'll drop your ammo and stuff like that. Really don't want to have this. Good natured, again, pretty useless, as we don't really need all these healing and speech skills. Chem reliant and chem resistant are basically useless. We won't be using so much chemicals or drugs in this game. Night person, again, completely useless, since we will try to play the game during day. There's no point into taking a perk that would only affect you for half the game duration, basically. Now, skilled again is a very useless perk, and I don't know why they even included it. Basically, it increases all of your skills, but you gain a new perk only each 4 levels, and that's just bullshit. That's crap, because the perks which you gain make you very strong. So I don't I don't see the point of this. And the last one is Gifted. Gifted is basically the reverse of Skilled, to lower all your skill points but give you an additional stat point for all of these stats. But I won't be using it because I consider it a form of cheating. And I really don't. I want to play like a normal type of character. By using Gifted, it will be basically making a very strong character early on, and it takes away some of the fun of the game, like trying to survive and stuff like that. So now we have to complete the assigning of our skill points. What I'll do now is reduce our endurance a bit, because we will try to kill the enemies before they reach us. Hopefully we can do that, and so we don't need that much HP. I think 28 is more than enough for our character. Again, we'll use this point to increase our intelligence. At about 7 is quite decent. We'll get a decent amount of skill points per level, and I think it's enough. Now the other perk we would like to increase is the perception. The perception basically is all about the sniper. It includes range modifiers, your sequence in battle, sequence meaning that you shoot first in a battle before the enemy does. So this is very important. But how will increase it? Well, charisma is very useless in Fallout 1 because it just affects this speech and barter skill. But we won't be using barter. I don't think we'll use it at all. Maybe just get rid of items rather than buy. And the speech can be easily fixed by tagging this skill, and that works very nice. It's basically back to where it was, so we just completely nullify the effect. Now in Fallout 2, on the other hand, charisma is more important because you can only recruit NPCs based on your charisma, and that's true for this game also. But in Fallout 2, it's like for each 2 points in your charisma, or was it 3 points? Well, one or the other, you can only recruit one NPC. But in Fallout 1, I think you can still recruit with just 1 point. I don't remember, we'll see. But basically we won't be needing any NPCs to help us fight. We'll be a strong character, strong enough character to withstand anything. And they're very useless in the later stages of the game. They just get completely raped, they melt all over the place. They're just a hassle to have around. So we completely reduce this charisma, and we'll use all these points to increase our perception. Now I could max it by taking some strength away, but I really don't want to do that, because a nice rounded 5 on strength is quite decent for our carry weight in the beginning of the game. So I think I'll go with this build for the stats. Now for the skills, of course we'll take small guns, because rifles and sniper rifles and so on get in this category. Already got speech to help us compensate for our low charisma. And the reason I won't be bartering with anyone for items, because I'll steal. And basically I'll steal all the items I need to survive in the wasteland. You can even abuse this steal skill by saving a loading just before an attempt. But that again is kind of cheating, and I'll try to avoid it if I can. If not, you'll see me load a lot to get the items I need to survive in the wasteland. So finally, we'll give this guy a name, which of course will be my name, Darky, and my age, 22. So I'm pretty okay with this. With this build, so I'll see you in just a second after the intro movie.